ADHD memes have such a special place in the community. They have a special place in my heart because, to be honest, a lot of us, our diagnosis wasn't caught until later in life. And it kind of always feels like a rite of passage as a late diagnosed ADHDer, like, I relate to so many of these memes. And then you're like, wait, I relate to so many of these memes. Maybe I should go and get tested. Yeah.
Hi there, if you're new to my channel, my name's Abby Garrard. I'm a hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, and I make videos on ADHD and mental health because honestly, a lot of the advice out there is quite neurotypical. So if you like tools and techniques, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get back to the video.
That said, we all know that ADHD memes does not equal an actual appropriate diagnosis and assessment. Like, I feel like that's pretty obvious. But anyway, let's just jump right in. Okay, here's the first one. Trying to have a good time out, but everything is so loud, bright, and tough on your sensory issues. Yeah, I've been this person. I can think of at least like 8 memories have just like popped into my head of that moment where you're like, I want to be having fun, but actually it's just too much. I'll be fun again in 30 minutes. But right now I'm overstimulated. Everything's too much. So yeah, 100% relate to that one. Actual photo of my brain unable to tell the difference between what's important and what doesn't matter. This really reminds me of attempting to study properly and basically doing this. I'll just highlight the important bits and then, okay, we are just highlighting pages now, and it's executive dysfunction. Everything seems important, so therefore nothing is prioritized. Me trying to fit neurotypical standards my entire life and wondering why I'm constantly drained and burned out. Oh my God. Yeah, 100% this. I feel like trying to fit yourself into the neurotypical box is draining. It is exhausting because it's not doable. It's not sustainable. Yeah, 100%. That ADHD cat should not be in that box. That ADHD cat should be in her little ADHD castle. That's what we all need. No boxes, just castles. Maybe a pirate ship. When I'm overstimulated and someone tries to comfort me, oh God, I hate this, dude. I hate this feeling. Yeah, it's like your whole body is just like, could you just not, because there's too many things going on and you're just giving me another thing and like crushing me, like, And sometimes you're too overstimulated, you can't communicate that. So it's always better to have those chats with people beforehand. So you can be like, look, this is what I'll be doing when I'm overstimulated. Just give me a bit of space, but you can be there. Anyway, me trying to keep up with neurotypical amount of responsibilities and relationships. I love how he's like, celebrating his life, like doing the dishwasher, and then everything else is just like complete shutdown and overwhelm. I feel like that's almost even more realistic. You have a day where you can do one thing that was normally really hard and you just suddenly can do it today and you're like, I don't have ADHD. This is so easy. I'm just sailing through. And then immediately, oh no, that was just a one brief moment in a slew of everything else being hard. So that was so cute. Hobbies I miss, but I'm too overwhelmed or tired to try and enjoy. Yeah. I like gathering hobbies on Pinterest, but not actually doing the hobbies. If I'm really burnt out, I'll just sit there and look at hobbies. I got distracted. A never-ending list of stuff I don't want to do that needs taking care of. Well, of course, we're not going to be showing up to do that when we're really overwhelmed, right? Me watching another movie I've seen 100 times. Oh, look at the little, like, panic. Bless him. Yeah, I feel like that's okay. Put that movie on. It's okay to have some comfort, and it's those hobbies or those tasks, they're gonna be there, and that's the good part and that's the crappy part. I don't want to leave this, but I need to take care of myself. And sometimes it's okay to put a film on, watch it for the first half hour, and then you're like, okay, maybe I will do this at the same time as I watch the film. But keep the film on. I mean, films you've seen 100 times, probably pretty good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like this really speaks to the like delayed sleep phase. I remember when I first heard about that, it blew my mind because I thought, oh my gosh, ADHDers kind of live on a different time zone. We're night owls. We struggle to get up in the morning. Our nervous system really gets going and it stays alert and functional. Like I'm cleaning my house like 1 in the morning because I can't sleep, because that's when my house cleaning energy comes in. And that's great if you have a job where you can pick your own hours and accommodate yourself. Not everyone's in that position and it's really tough. I feel like sleep is a big part of ADHD that doesn't get that much attention, but it has a huge impact on our well-being, our mental health. But the good thing is that all the other ADHDers that you know will likely be on the same time zone as you. So if you're up at 3 in the morning, you might be able to send someone a text and then they're up at 3 in the morning. That can be kind of nice. ADHD people taking the 1,000th screenshot of something they won't ever look at again. I can't wait for AI to be good enough that it can catalogue all of the screenshots and just organise it into an amazing library and then send me emails being like, hey Abby, here's some amazing stuff that you maybe forgot about, but I think is super relevant to you. If somebody designs that system, please let me know, because I am never going through those files again. I can't concentrate on this work until I've had a break. I can't enjoy this break until I've finished my work. Yeah, I feel this is where ADHDers spend the majority of their time, balancing these two situations of the guilt and stress of taking a break, even though you need to take a break because you aren't focusing, you're not able to produce anymore. And I think we get into a real problem with this if we're always living in that zone of catching up. When you feel behind and you feel like I can't take a break because I'm so behind and the consequences are coming, I'm going to get phone calls, I'm going to get emails, I'm going to get performance reviews, all that stress, and then I have to take a break. But then that break isn't restful because you're feeling guilty and you feel, I need to do this thing. It takes a bit of work to unpack that pattern and not beat yourself up for resting. But that's not an overnight, My brain trying to process the verbal instructions that someone's just gave me. Okay, I never take driving directions anymore. And I would politely say, look, I just need to stop you right there. I'm not going to take in any of that. I won't retain any of it. And it doesn't matter how well you explain, I just can't do it. Because it's just this like, no, I can't process verbally. I'll get instruction 1 or the last one. All the middle pieces are gone. Give me a diagram. When ADHD people get 90% of a project done through sheer hyperfocus, thank God for hyperfocus, and then decide to reward themselves with a quick little break before finishing the rest of it. This little maneuver is going to cost us 51 years. Yeah, hyperfocus is absolutely incredible and has some incredible drawbacks too. And that's the problem. Once you break that focus, the magic kind of goes. And it's unfortunate because we can really burn ourselves out trying to stay in hyperfocus, not get up and go to the loo, not take a break, not eat or drink anything all day. I've got hyperfocus, I'm going to stay here. I've certainly had that a lot of the time, being like, no, because if I stop, then I won't be able to get started again. And sometimes it feels like it's that real choice between, am I going to finish this or am I going to attend to my physical needs? And it sucks that we have to make that choice sometimes, or it feels like we have to make that choice. I'm still, working on this one. Bored versus overwhelmed by everything I committed to while I was bored. Yeah. This is one of those other cycles as well. Tired and bored of your hobbies, and then you get that little spark of an idea or a new hobby that's, oh, that's interesting, I'm going to research that. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to turn this thing into a thing. And then you go commit, tell everybody, get the thing started, start the group, make it happen. And then suddenly you're like, oh, where's all the motivation gone? Where's all the dopamine? Why have I committed to 1,000 things that seemed fun and now I'm overwhelmed? Let it all fall apart. And then we rest, hopefully, and then we go, oh man, am I bored? Then we go tick on a load of things. So yeah, I've been that person. Just completed a 3-minute task I put off for 4 months. Everyone clap! Do you know what? I feel like this is one of the most important things for ADHDers to actually have mental health in this world. We genuinely need to be able to clap ourselves and each other for these things, because yes, it took 3 minutes, but the reality is that it took 4 months and 3 minutes to do that task. And sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's 3 years, especially with things that are so hard to do, like getting the ADHD paperwork sorted so you can actually get assessed. These things are not easy. They take a lot out of us to do. And do you know what? You do deserve a clap. And I feel like the better support around you, the other ADHDers, where you can do that for each other, cheer each other on for stuff that we do. And to anybody else who'd be like, why on earth are you congratulating yourselves on booking an eye test, because I haven't had an eye test in 4 years, and now I've just booked it. Like, you can celebrate those things and you can help other people celebrate them. We feel so much shame about how long these things take us, when actually we can feel pride that we did it. It doesn't matter how long it took, it needed to take that long. So yeah, I really like this meme, and I feel like doing this has helped my own well-being and mental health more than any productivity tips have. Because at the end of the day, sometimes this stuff is really hard, and we do deserve to be clapped for it and like help each other with that. So yeah, those are all the memes. It's kind of nice sometimes, isn't it, to like know that you're not alone? Because even the memes that are sad and difficult, we're not alone. You know, there's other people going through this. You are not alone. I hope that was fun. Like and subscribe, and leave me a comment just to say what was your favorite meme. Love to know. Or send any, I don't know if you can send any memes in a comment, but yeah, if you can, send some more so I can do this again. See you in the next video.